Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name is Michael.
My name's Cleve.
My name is Stephanie.
And welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship. We're the podcast that dares to ask what happens when the most iconic duo in music breaks up.
I lose where I am in life. That's
Cleve
such
loses
an
a lot
easy
of-
answer.
Cleve loses a lot of sleep.
Bro, as soon as they heard it, I've been listening to their music throughout the days since. That was the 22nd. So I'm pretty devastated by it. I've never been around long enough to like a band that broke up.
Fair?
The Beatles were gone by the time I realized who they were. There's not someone who was like, this changed my life forever. Either they were an individual artist or it was like a drummer who they just swapped out. It's never been.
You weren't devastated by NSYNC or Backstreet Boys breaking up?
Unfortunately, no, because they all kept going so strong, kind of. Today,
When you say you meant Justin Timberlake?
JC made a song. It was called All Day Long I Dream About Sex, and it was good.
Anyway.
And possibly another. He had concerts, I'm sure. Today, we have a couple topics instead of just the one topic that we usually talk about for the day. It's just going to be me talking Daft Punk facts because I owe them. So they have gone from 1993 to 2021, almost 3 decades, which is really impressive.
That's really impressive.
They on the 22nd of February, they put out a video called Epilogue. I didn't send it to you guys. It was 8 minutes, and if you're not really big fans of them, you wouldn't care. But they were in their helmets and their Daft Punk jackets, and they're walking through a desert, and they're just walking straight. And one of them starts slowing down, and the other one starts speeding up. And the one that slows down puts his head down. And they get back together, and he takes off his jacket, and there's a little switch in his back, because the robots. That's their whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
The other one flips the switch. It's a count from 59 seconds. The other one walks straight, and then explodes. And then it shows one of their hands like this, the other hand thumbs together to a diamond shape, almost Diamond Dallas Page, but a triangle. And it says the time of death, 1993 to 2021. So it seems pretty official. I know a lot of people are like, I retire, and it's a stunt to sell a new album.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, I was thinking Jay-Z, but yeah, him too.
Rob Gronkowski.
He did. He got a Super Bowl out of it, so it made perfect sense for him.
He came back.
But yeah,
it was a lot like in the Fast and Furious movies when the two cars were driving next to each other and Paul Walker has to go off into the sunset.
Kind of. There was almost this, I might be, because they've not announced anything of why, and the way that these guys are, they're probably not going to.
I feel like their video was explaining why. One of them just
Did you see it?
got burned out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's one of them just was tired of doing it,
and the other one wanted to keep going, and then they kind of just you know what, it's fine. You're out.
And they, from my understanding, the person that works closely with them that puts out all their information is hey, they're still really close. They're just done.
Stephanie's not really having a baby. She just wants to be fucking out of this podcast. She's like, I'm out. I'm exhausted. We're gonna have a similar video.
Can we get a really cheap wig and put it on a watermelon and make it go poof?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I joined to be behind the camera, and now COVID has done this to me.
You're part of the team,
COVID.
About a whole year. I'm down here. I'm not even in the thumbnail.
I put you in the trailers, dog.
You were part of when Yui Metal left Baby Metal. Were you not as equally devastated?
I was not as equally devastated.
fair.
And I will say I can't name a single album of theirs.
Oh, it's
I
fair
can
as
name
well.
some singles,
Yeah,
and I've never
Fair.
bought one of their albums.
I've digitally bought their albums.
But how many songs do you listen to in it?
I listen to all. Well, it's been a while since I've
That-
gone to the track.
Daft Punk made a movie
I
that
was
they
just
put
kidding.
to one of their soundtracks.
Tron.
No. But you know what? They have so they have an album that everybody feels is like their weakest one. I personally am not the hugest fan of Tron, but apparently, and it did well. I was
Did
very
do well.
about it. So small facts about them: they started in a rock band in 1992, and then they went to a rave and was like, "This is fucking fantastic."
Were they wearing the helmets then?
No, they were not wearing the
That's a
helmets.
shame.
They did not start wearing the helmets till 2001. So they did a
I feel like
rock
they
show.
became like really popular around that time when they put
Yeah.
the helmets on.
Yes. Oh yeah, because it's a staple. But
Yeah.
and what's funny is because before that they weren't showing their faces, like they were just wearing cheap little shitty masks.
Mhm.
And then they were like, okay, I'm gonna get into. I found out the price of either one or both the helmets. I'll let you guys decide because I'm not sure. And I mean,
I think I know the
it's
price.
a staple, but
I'm pretty sure it was just for one.
it might be real talk. So they did a rock show and they got a review that said that they were the review called them Daft Punky Trash. And when they started doing like electro and trance and techno, they said we're gonna take that name and embrace it and shove it down your face, which is a goal. If anybody if anybody could ever talk shit to you, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this before. Kevin Hart, anytime someone reviews his movie badly and then it does well, he sends them like flowers. Like that's
What a
you
new
do,
level
baby.
of petty.
That's what you do, baby.
I guess.
And then I think he sent them flowers and then like an expensive bottle of champagne.
That's
And it's
fair.
like this movie that you didn't like paid for that. Enjoy. They signed with Virgin Records because the deal with Virgin Records allowed them to own their recordings. That was very important to them. That's what I think.
Also very smart.
Yes. Apparently one of their dads was in the music business and they kind of knew what to look for. But what I've appreciated about them most is that they're shy. They don't really care about the fame. They just want to put out good music. I think that's why I'm so attached to them.
Mhm.
They're not about money in any way, shape, or form. Because if they were, they could just show their faces and go to clubs and get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's crazy is they can just live like normal people because nobody knows what they look like. And they're, I mean, I guess their close friends would know they were Daft Punk, but
Right.
they could
So
literally say, have you ever seen me and Daft Punk in the room at the same time?
well, I mean, then it could be Michael and I. I've always had a personal dream that they would not retire and instead find proteges and pass down the helmets, and then they would just live forever. That was my ultimate dream, but it was crushed on February 22nd, 2021. They told everybody that on September 9th, 1999 at 9:09 a.m., there was an accident in the studio. One of the samplers exploded in front of them. And when they woke, they realized that it turned them into robots. And that was their excuse for why that happened.
Can you imagine like living a life where that's like your story? You tell everybody so much that you just believe it.
How do you tell them? I don't have ever heard their voices.
That's fair. But
They
can you
did-
imagine like just your wife one day is like, oh, let's go have fun. He's like, I can't go swimming. I
Fun to-
cannot touch water.
Fun does not compute. So they used to have helmets that like messages went across and LED lights and shit. So they had LED lights. They used to wear bulky backpacks to power the LED lights. I don't know if you remember seeing them with those. And they wore personalized custom gauntlets that would change what the mask said and the lights that it came up as. And they said it was $65,000 for the helmets. That could either be one of them or both of them. I can easily see the price for both.
That's the price that I heard, and I think I heard that it was for each of their,
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all.
which is insane that they had that much money. Just-
But then they also were like, scratch that. And like for a while after that, none of the helmets had lights or anything. It was just like black visors.
Mhm.
They came out with the album Homework in 1997, Discovery in 2001. That's the one that had the movie called Interstellar. Stella, like the woman's name. 5555. That's also when they started wearing the masks. Um, Human After All in 2005, which was the one it says that they did like the least. But what I respect is they were like, I don't care. That's the album I wanted to make. So
Fair.
I'm like, okay, all right. They dropped a live album called Alive in 2007, which is regarded by a couple different sources. I checked it, the top 10 of the best ever live albums.
Wow.
Tron Legacy in 2010, Random Access Memory in 2013, which won 5 Grammys, including Album of the Year. They've also been sampled by Kanye West, The Weeknd, Janet Jackson, Jasmine Sullivan, and Busta Rhymes. I had forgotten completely that Busta Rhymes had used one of their songs
Song
at
did you
all.
sample them on?
Touch it, bring it.
Mm.
Yeah, that one. I couldn't remember out the words after that, but yeah. I remember watching them on Toonami when I was like 6th grade, maybe.
What was
I
the
remember
guy's name on
loving
Toonami?
them.
Was it Tom?
Yes,
Were they friends with Tom?
everyone's
That how
friends
that
with
came
Tom's on
up?
Facebook. I don't know why it was on there, but I remember it
I
blowing
just need to know.
my fucking mind. I have no idea. A lot of other people said that they saw them on MTV first when I was looking up stuff. I have no idea, no clue. That's where I saw them, and
Okay.
I remember being in the ultimate amazement.
I probably saw them on MTV first.
That's all I got for them, though.
They are probably the band that has been around the longest that I know of that has broken up.
It's one
In
of
my
those things
lifetime.
to me that's like, this has been a constant in my life. They've not done something all the time, but they've been there, and I know that. And now I'll never hear another new beat hit my ear, and it breaks my heart.
Does this impact the techno, EDM, whatever the other one is called, genre? Like, as far as music goes, do you think that you'll see a negative impact or a positive impact? Are you going to see more artists come out of the blue?
I don't know, because that's the rap that music gets, is it's just you know what I mean, like no real thought put into it whatsoever. Um, I like to think that people are, they're still artists of their crafts and not just getting paychecks, but there very much are people who are just trying to get paid and get out the way. It's I've said before, I'll take a one hit wonder in a heartbeat.
Us. Anybody out there, we're trying to sell out. You want us to sell out, let us know.
You could ride a one hit wonder for years. That's all it
Ghostbusters.
needs.
Look at Ray
As long as you
Parker.
don't spend your money like MC Hammer.
Right. MC Hammer had a chance. He did more than one song. He should have figured something out. Or be doing a fucking rock version of the Ice Baby.
I imagine that Chumbawamba is just still banking off tub thumping. Did they do anything after that?
I like to think they didn't. So yeah, that's all I got on that. I also think about too, like Michael, you brought it up to me, the people that they've probably impacted music wise, and the people who hide their faces and don't like to show it. Like Sia has been known to show her face here and there, but she hides it pretty well.
Yeah, she used to hide it all the time,
Mhm.
and now people have seen it.
Lady Gaga hid her face for a very long time, and then all of a sudden she was like, "I'm going to be in this movie with Bradley Cooper, and here's my face."
Yeah, there's Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Dead Mouse, but I was telling you he does cameos now, so it's not that much of a mystery anymore behind that mask.
It's okay to do if you don't tell people. I like to think that this is because I used to think about it all the time, like the whole helmets and all that. I like to think that they have these big mansions and they have an excuse for why they have it. And there's this fucking book that they pull and a wall slides over and they have to go downstairs and they get all their helmets and shit. Like, I need to know who it was a secret from, I guess. I never thought that I could love two French men. But I love this group right here, this duo.
Yeah, I wonder how many people have actually seen their face, because I'm sure, friends and family have
Right.
to know who they are.
I've seen their
But-
faces from like old pictures, but
I imagine since they were in a punk band first or a rock band.
Right,
that-
their faces are out there,
Somewhere.
but could I tell you what they look like without
Right,
trying to
right.
look it up? No.
you could give me a police lineup of 5 people and 2 of them could be them, and I wouldn't get it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But they also have to have friends that are close enough to them that know it but aren't going to be shitty about telling.
I like to think that I would have a child and just one day rock his fucking world with it. Like one day be like, "You like that song? You're a real big Daft Punk fan, huh?" It's me.
I'm looking at it the other way. They're like, God, this is crappy music, Dad. Turn it down. Oh yeah, get the fuck
then
out the
you-
car because I paid for it.
And then
Get
you
out.
just say, well, I disagree. And then you never bring it up. It's a double life they live.
It's like Kristen Bell. She's Anna in Frozen, and her
Mhm.
kids just love Elsa. They don't care at all that she's Anna.
Or The Rock and his daughter, because he's like, I'm the voice of Maui. And she goes, No, no, you're not. And he's like, No, yeah, I am. And he'll sing it and she'll go, Nope,
Mm-mm. You're a
not
liar.
daddy.
Eventually she'll realize.
Yeah, kids suck. Anyway,
What's the next topic you got for us?
Pokemon Presents came out sometime in a previous couple of days with new announcements. Ooh.
Pokemon Direct.
I sent it to you guys. I don't know if you were able to get to it.
Did.
And if you did get to it, was there anything that looked interesting or exciting or you would like to talk about?
Pokemon Snap looks exactly like Pokemon Snap did before, just with better graphics. I don't know what I was
Yes.
expecting them to have done to like improve it, but it's going to be exactly what it was.
Well, it could still be improved.
You're going to
You
go
know what I mean? Like,
underwater?
well, I mean, besides that, I assume it's still going to be the track that you're on.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
show
think they
the
let
little-
you free.
yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean,
You can share photos online now.
you can't share
And
photos online
you
now.
might get
That top tier.
showcased on Nintendo's website or something.
I mean, at that point, that's the goal, right? And then once I do that, I stop playing it. But I only play the first level, like repeatedly. I don't know. I think you know what it is. Like it was the first time. It's just nice, chill game
Yeah.
to play.
No, I don't know. In my head, I just kept like imagining that there was going to be some way that they were going to make it like.
Is there anything particular you might have been looking for?
No.
Cool.
Right.
I mean, they have those like light
I'm not disappointed in
up balls or something.
it. That's true. I'm not
The
disappointed
illuminating
in it
ones?
in any way.
Yeah.
I'm
Well-
just saying, like, I wanted something revolutionary, and I realized now that was an unrealistic expectation for Pokemon Snap.
Yes, because I mean it's in the name. There's not tons I can do but take a picture. I mean I could
Can I
like
customize my character? Do I have to be Todd?
I was hoping so. I didn't see a Todd,
And it's
but I have seen a generic male and female. I assume that they'll let you. Oh, you've gone a long way from making me play a white Pokemon trainer or of any type. Oh, Pokemon protagonist. But I mean,
nah, it'll be fun. It'll
there's
be
got
cute and
there's got to be
whimsical.
something in Stephanie. There's something in photography that exists now that didn't exist in the 90s that they could have added to this game, right? There's got to be something somewhere.
I mean,
Still, just click. Is that it?
I mean, the way like, I mean the
You can
camera
time
quality has
lapse,
gotten
can't-
better, but
They did do that. They've gotten better quality.
other than like with just like a camera, It just is just better and better quality. Really. Maybe there's different techniques of taking a picture, like with lighting and stuff like that, but
Could
it's
I
all pretty much the same.
could I not get off of the ride and go stand next to the Pokemon and selfie?
Maybe there's a feature where, like, as you're on the track, there could be one behind you, and you do a quick click.
Here's
Oh, that'd be
here's where I think I stand on it. Is they could have bundled the two that they're trying to push to get, or not? Well, I guess the open world one. They could have bundled it together. I'm gonna be hard pressed to spend $60 on that game and feel like I'm getting all $60 worth out of it.
I won't, because I've been waiting for it since 1999. So, and okay, so here's the things that I noticed. One, we went from making this game where there was 150 of these bad boys to 800 something.
Yeah,
give or take. But
that's a good question. Did they include all of them in there? Because I don't even think the 151 were right. I don't even think the 151 were in the original.
No, I don't think. I'd be interested to see who wasn't in it. But I guess Mewtwo.
I think Mew was in it, and you could force Mew into evolution. I feel like you could have.
Yeah, there was like a secret way to get something.
You guys are saying that Mew evolves into Mewtwo, and
I know it doesn't, but
it brings
great
anger.
I'm aware that he doesn't actually evolve into him.
There's a way. There was like a secret way to get like Mew or Mewtwo, one of them.
Mew, yes. I remember Mewtwo being in like the constellation stars that you could take a picture of.
Yeah.
I don't count that.
Because he wasn't a real Pokemon, just the stars. Oh, that makes sense too. Like, because I was thinking of the stars.
I'm trying to go through my head and just think, was there anybody that didn't pop up? We got the 3 legendary birds. We got Dragonite, I think. Fuck, I don't know.
It's been a long time.
But and I think also the secrets of, if I throw this apple over here and make these two interact, then, because that was a big nostalgic thing for the first one, is
it's finding all the secrets of how to get it better.
The internet's going to ruin it now, but I remember going to school and then being like, yeah, if you do this, it'll do that. And I'm like, well, I got to go home now and see if that works.
Now you can just pull it up on your phone and figure it out.
Yep. Immediately. Halfway through day 1, there will be a walkthrough guide.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
The entire game.
Yeah.
It seems like they're doing a lot of rebooting of old Pokemon games, because the other two were
Pokemon lives in that world.
Diamond and Pearl.
Yes. All right, what did you say before we move on to Diamond and Pearl?
I said yes, it was only the constellation. And if you took a picture of it, then like a picture of him flashed or something.
Yes. So you guys, this probably didn't hit you at all, and you don't care in the least bit, but people have been waiting for the Diamond and Pearl remakes for quite some time.
And why? Is there a specific reason?
It's one of the harder games. It's one of the more challenging ones. It's also in a generation where this was 2007, and Pokemon, I don't want to say had spiked, but like adults and kids at that point were all playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, this generation is super salty because Pokemon Red and Blue has been redone twice, I think. They redid Gold and Silver. They redid the 3rd generation. And then so it would be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Like it just
they keep playing the same game over and over again.
They just weren't hitting it, and so now everyone is. It's funny because everyone's super pumped, but I know they're going to be salty about it. I know they are. I wasn't super big fan of how it looked, but
the new one. Like
the
the remake.
brilliant, brilliant diamond and shining pearl.
Yeah, it looked okay.
The little chibi
They were little
art
chunkers,
style to it. Yeah,
little like Roblox characters.
but it might
Compared to the
benefit.
next one that they have coming out, it's just
Right.
like you're trying to make bad graphics for an old game.
It's like, here, we made it. Okay.
Yeah.
It
I
might
meant to-
it might interest you two because you two have never played the other ones. To have it easy access make it different for you.
I
I
might
don't know.
need to finish Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield first.
That's fair. And let's
I
go.
don't ever have access to the Switch anymore. It's always either my kid or my wife have it now.
Well, one of them's on a DS, so maybe just step your game up.
I thought I had. Oh, Sun and Moon is on DS. Oh, for some reason I thought I had it on the Switch.
Yeah, so
Not bad.
last been
I meant to
exposed.
grab something for this episode, so you guys keep talking about the episode. Just keep this episode going. I'll be right back. It'll take 10 seconds.
Stephanie, I don't know your interest too much in the Pokemon world, really. Like, I know you like it, but I don't once I got to adulthood and I had my own money, I went back and bought all the old ones so that I could play them from when, I was like, hey, Mom, buy me this. And she was like, you don't need that.
Yeah, I remember Derek had a certain the Game Boy one,
Mhm.
and you were after that one
Yes.
for quite a while.
I love all of them so much. But yeah, I mean, the Pokemon fans are excited about something until they get it and then they hate it. And it's really frustrating. It's not that any fandom is different. Like, everyone has their group, but
I think you just have these expectations of something,
you just gotta take
and
it
it
for
just
what it
never
is.
lives up to it.
Like, for you, I would say Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are probably games that you'll super enjoy because they're super laid back. There's not super crazy mechanics. You just walk around and catch Pokemon and battle. That's it. You don't hold the Pokemon don't hold items. They don't have abilities. You don't have to worry about training them to where they're stronger in attack and weaker in special defense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it gets in depth. And
Derek can just randomly join you at any time.
Yep. And with Let's Go, it's just walking around and catching Pokemon. That's it. It's back to a simpler time, if you will.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Michael?
No, it was something I thought was cool. I bought it when I was in Tokyo. 7 years ago now?
Flash it, baby.
But they came out with a re-release of the original green one for the 3DS.
That's cool.
And the guy was like, do you have a Japanese DS? And I said, no. He goes, you're never going to be able to play this. And I go, that's okay. I'd like it still. He goes,
in my hands, please.
Play it. And I'm like, bye. Thank you. I would like bye. So
Hi,
on my shelf played.
Hi, I'm a customer that would like to give you money.
Yeah, I mean, it's something.
Take my money.
I actually
I get it.
It is
I wouldn't.
a hard case, and it just sits there. But it sits on my little shelf to display.
Chloe
But I
bought
thought
me
it
a
was
Sega
interesting.
game that I can never ever play.
That's on you, man. You gotta get out there. You
Gotta
gotta
find the Sega.
But during the Nintendo Direct, they had showed that game, and I just thought it was
They
interesting.
did.
Because it's the original.
You and them, man. You're at the same level.
I know, man.
I always like the little plushies that they have surrounding them because I'll never buy those.
Yo, the Pokemon Center in Japan is legit like the craziest thing ever, and they just have ass tons of Pokemon everywhere.
There's a plushie Psyduck that they put out, and I really want to get it because I remember Jameson super liked Psyduck for a while for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it is. One second.
Every once in a while, anytime we pass Mewtwo, I'm like, "Hey, you have the same birthday as Mewtwo." she just like looks at me like, "Okay, that's a thing."
Okay, cool.
I said, I told her one time, I was like, "Uncle Cleve will never let you forget it."
Nope. It helps me remember, sadly. Where is it? There is a 31-inch Psyduck plushie. It is. Does anybody want to take a guess? The price?
$65.
How big is it?
31 inches. That's a good guess, Michael.
I'm gonna guess at least $75.
I was just kidding. Those are stupid guesses. It is $279.99.
That's a stupid price.
What does it do? Battle for you? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, it's fucking unavailable. So
Because I made one because they're like one dumb person is gonna buy this.
I mean, it looks pretty, but do I have the ability to share my screen?
No, I can make it real quick. Oh no, I don't want to share my screen. No, I don't want to share my screen.
Yeah, I
We'll
would
share.
just like to share my screen.
There you go.
I mean, it's super pretty. Like you can tell it's got some good detail to it, but
Oh yeah, it looks soft.
seamless. Yeah, like a fucking cloud from heaven. But look at that face though.
Still, if you would have shown me this picture, I still would have guessed like 100, just because of how like good it looks. But
Yeah,
$280.
maybe when the podcast makes it big, I'll get it to review it.
That's such
Oh my god,
ridiculous amounts of
there's a
money.
little statuette, and I thought it was Psyduck in a car seat, and I got real excited, but it's not. Never mind. The last game, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Any feeling on that one at all?
I feel like there's more speculation about the game than anything else because when
Correct.
watching it, I didn't see like a whole lot of things that people are like, this is going to be a thing.
Well, it's also
yeah.
not coming out till 2022,
right.
so they're like, here, look, we're doing it. Wait.
It looks interesting. It looks. I'm not familiar with that region. I don't know which game version.
So here's the thing: the starters are Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott.
Yeah,
which are
all
from
3 different generations.
Right. So it's got to be its own thing.
But like
also,
they
it looks like
about,
feudal Japan.
Right. So it looked uncivilized or less civilized than now. But like it, I don't know, the way they were talking about the region, it was like we were revisiting this region. So
well, it sounded like the same. They said Sinnoh, which was the same one that they said in Diamond and Pearl, I think.
Sinnoh, yes.
So then,
yes, that's the Diamond and Pearl one. I really like the detail of the Pokemon. The Pokeballs has like little lock latches on them. I don't know if you noticed that. I
enjoyed the little firework that shoots up if you catch it.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
And also, just like, I'm just gonna throw one at you. Get in there. Fucking old school Ash catching style. Hey, I see you. Get her there.
But yeah, no, I mean, it looks good. It looks. I'm curious to see more development and more news about it.
The world is calling it Pokemon Breath of the Wild.
I don't think it'll be that open end. Like I just.
It looks like it though.
Maybe I just don't see it. I don't think Pokemon would be fun if they made it as open world as Breath of the Wild was.
Well, look at the wild area. Everyone seemed to really enjoy that. And that was just a small area within the Sword and Shield game.
I guess it would depend on like how the combat system works. Is it still turn-based? Because
I didn't see any like fight, quick attack, nothing.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have a lot of questions too, like if they try to how they try to change it. I mean, it's exciting. I'm glad that they're changing it up. I always like when they come out with innovative things.
Agreed.
Like I said, Let's Go. I actually enjoyed. I know I didn't complete it, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Sun and Shield, or Sword and Shield. Sun and Moon was rough, and it was only because it was very much catered towards children, which is fine. I mean, I get it. That's the demographic they're going for, but it was like overly aimed towards children.
Agreed. There should be settings.
Yeah, I'd been fine with that. Let us know what you guys think about the breakup of Daft Punk, or if you think it's going to impact the EDM style music, electronic music, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or what you guys thought about the Pokemon Direct or Pokemon? What do they call it?
Pokemon Presents.
Pokemon Presents.
It's funny. Pokemon Direct is like their mainstream games. Pokemon Presents is like here's this random shit we're working on.
Oh, okay. Well, let us know what you guys thought. You guys can always reach out to us on our social medias. What are those, Cleve?
We have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which are all Friendship Supreme, except Twitter has no I's in the word friendship. All I's typically make it to the YouTube channel. You go to youtube.com, you search Friendship Supreme. We also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Friendship Supreme, where you can see Michael and I playing the most randomest of games, depending on the day. And sometimes Stephanie comes in and you can have a personal little chat with her as well. Namaste.
I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.
This is Stephanie.
We're up all night to get lucky.